Why are you watching videos when you could be playing League of Legends?
Hello everyone! Hello! Hopefully you can hear me. Good evening. Good evening indeed. The calm before the storm. Revishal. Right, let me just sort a couple of things out before we crack on here. That's fine. Just move myself a bit closer to my partners. That's fine. Minimise that. Just let me know what the sound levels are like. I did tweak them with a test. They should be alright. Doing a bit of clicking. It's the first time I've streamed this, you see. It was fine on the recording that I did. Test recording. There we go. Sounds alright. Very good. Right, lovely. Let me minimise that. This is one of those games. There's a few little games where if I have the screens open, it drops the frame rates. It used to happen in CK2. It doesn't happen anymore. It happened in Fall of the Samurai. Happened in what's that game called? We've just finished streaming it not so long ago. Life is Strange 2. It happened in that, and this is another one. Bizarre. So I have to minimise all the screens, all the other screens, otherwise the frame rate goes down. I'm sure it's got something to do with these settings here, but I'm not going to mess around with them now. Right, good evening anyway. So welcome to Disco Elysium. Oh, we're back again. Yes, ready to sit down and hammer out a good couple of hours. See how we crack on See how good old Costeau bumbles and car crashes his way through this murder case. It makes me chuckle thinking just what on earth he's going to get up to. I have no clue, but given that he's already shot the dead body in the chest, yeah, I don't hold much hope for his future. But we'll see. You never know. He might just pick up his game. Right. Make sure to do that. Okay. So there's a thing or two to tidy up since the last session. Right. So the first thing is, we leveled up. I know I've watched the last session back for a particular reason, for two particular reasons. First of all, after every session, I'm going to watch the session back. I don't usually do this in videos. I'm going to watch the session back and update my little pocket notebook. As I've said in the last session, I got myself a pocket notebook out, so all the clues. Every time I interrogate somebody, when I put it in my notes, put it in my pocket notebook, relive me memories about when I used to do this kind of thing for real, you know. And then also what I'm doing is, when it comes to leveling up my character, I'm watching back the videos, and every time he has a successful check, whichever check he has the most success with, that's going to be the thing. I don't know what you call these. What the one of these things. That's where we're going to put our point, because that means he's using that particular skill, if you want to call it skills, more so than the others, just to see how that pans out, and it saves me from having to think about it. So in the last session, the most successful checks that we had were Inland Empire and Half-Light. Half-Light is our sort of standard specialism. When the chips are down, we just shoot and ask questions later. Whether they're alive or dead, we just shoot, as we've just seen. But this one's rather interesting. This one is Inland Empire. It's part of his psyche, which is the second highest of his stats, and it's about paranatural, mentalist. Talking to his clothes and talking to dead bodies. We saw him talking to the dead body in the last session, whilst the lieutenant was probably stood there thinking, what the hell are you doing? So he seems to be getting right into that kind of stuff. So naturally, why not stick a point in it? Now, unfortunately, it was a tie between the two. And rather than choose myself, I thought, do you know what I'll do? I'll do a random generation while I'm here to see where I'm going to put the point. So we're going to do it. Right? So between 1 and 5, we'll put it in Inland Empire. Between 6 and 10, we'll put it in Half-Light. Well, it's 7. Very good. That's sorted that out then, isn't it? So we're going to put another point into Half-Life, which means we're going to be even more along the lines of fight or flight. But the good thing about this game, I've realised, is when you when you get to high levels of any of these, no, if your skill is too low, the skill may never show up in the dialogues. Well, that means, my friends, that if that is the case, he will never ever get a point in that particular thing. That be as it may. But if your skills are too high, it can also be negative. And if your skills are too low, obviously that's a negative. So it's good to have your skills balanced. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the game says. We'll see how the game progresses in terms of giving us checks and things, and that's going to be the determining factor. But if that is the case, that if the skill is too low, we'll never see a particular check, well, unfortunately, then we'll never level up in those skills. But I mean, I don't know how many points you get to spread out, but it makes sense to specialise. If it's going to be a one, particular style, he's going to be more proficient in certain things. So we'll see. But there you go. Extra point to Half-Light. I keep wanting to call it Half-Life. It's Half-Light. Taking that to 7 points. Good, bad? I don't know. It seems quite high. And there we go. So we've got some things to do. Some things to crack on with. Last session we kind of noticed there were some areas down here to explore. If we go to our journal, we've got a load of things here to do. We can speak to Kim to kind of get a lowdown on the briefing, which we have not been party to, or we've forgotten about one or the other. And also there's Kuno to speak to again about some missing armour. Where's the rest of the armour? Ask Kuno what he knows about the armour. So I don't know if you can you revert them all the time? I don't think so. I think you can only revert it once you're picking them. So you know, I think we're locked in now, by the looks of it. Just if you in case you make a choice and you think, wait a second, I'm not quite so happy. Right, so we're going to speak with Kuno about the missing armour. That'll go well, and then we're going to go back inside and just finish off a couple of things, which we'll get to very shortly. But I don't really want to speak to this little child there. But since we punched him in the face, maybe he's going to be a bit calmer now, you know.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
Not particularly. We've all moved on since then, Kuno. Keep up with the times, will you? Not all of us. Kim shakes his head. Acts like that stick with you for a while. Thought you were supposed to be a police officer. You've seen worse than that, surely. Good evening, Cham. No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again and Kuno's gonna climb in your room at night with a knife. He points towards whirling in rags and whispers. Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony, put the fucking knife in you. Yeah? He mouths. I've been in your room. Right. Okay. Is that so? We don't like being threatened very much. The kid raises his voice. But you and Kuno are good for now. Pals. Shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time. Yeah. Don't threaten me again, Kuno. One word out of you, pig shit, and you're locked out of the Kuno experience forever. You hear me? You hear the Kuno? Try me. Oh, seriously risk your relationship with Kuno? Oh God. Messages like that, it's just like really like telling you if you want to lock out Kuno's help forever, then say this. But I'm sorry, I ain't been threatened by some little punk. Try me, you little shit. You and Kuno are fucking done. Get the fuck out of Kuno's sight. Let's go, officer. I've had enough of this. Oh gosh. Well, there we go. I don't think Kuno's going to tell us anything about the armor, folks. I think we're done with Kuno. Short of maybe giving him a slap or two. Shall we try? The kid doesn't look at you. You're dead to him. Okay, right. Well, prepare to get knifed in the when we're sleeping in our bed. Well, how are we going to sleep at night? Our relationship with Kuno is done. Let's see if she's still talking to us. Oi. Okay. We're done with both of them, apparently. Oh. You know what, while we're out here, I was going to go back inside first, but while we're out here, we're just going to take a quick gander at a few things here. Ooh, some money. And some magnesium. Which is a morale boosting item, which we can use from over here. We have lost some morale. I'm sure you can gain morale through other acts, so we'll hang off for now and use it if we get really low. And there were some things here. Yeah. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material. Eternite. What is this? So, I know we're not talking. Someone just left this roofing material slanted against an old shack. Okay, we're trying to ascertain exactly what this is, perhaps. Just looking at it a bit closer. Bit of perception. Okay. Nice and orderly. A well-laid pallet, easy on the eyes. Nothing about it at all. Oh, Inland Empire. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling. What feeling? Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see, especially the small ones. This game, right? I'm telling you, it's absolutely brilliant. Right, let's leave. Right, okay. Oh, we can't pass. Can I not pass by here? Yeah, I'm sure this is a way in. Right, so this is a nice little time to talk about these little check things, right? So these little, oh, yeah. So these checks here are white checks, and when they turn white, it means you could try them again. So if you increase your perception through clothing or through thoughts or through something else, we can come and retry this if we wish. Not that we're actually actively going to level things up specifically to achieve that, but if we naturally do get a bit more perception in the future, we may have to consider coming back and speaking with this pile of wood. But for the time being, back inside. Because I just want to perhaps show a couple of people the photograph that we have now got in our inventory. The photograph of the dead man that Kitsuragi took. A work of art, look at that. All the pretty colours. And apparently we can talk to the photographer. Who are you? Gone. What's the meaning of this tattoo? For you to discover. You've gone as far as you will without assistance. Damn. When are you going to learn, Costeau? Talking to inanimate objects is never going to lead to success. I suppose God loves a trier. Right, okay, so what's this? Let's have a quick look around our surroundings before we go back inside. Rue de Saint Ghislaine. Music's loud. Okay, that can be changed manually. Just drop it down to there. Electronic doorbell. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Centre. Quite a lot. Okay. We'll bear that in mind should we wish to come and start pressing buttons. Pressing random buttons. Okay, and a quick look around the front here. A wheelbarrow with snow in it. Is that his car? A street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home. Oh, very nice. Right, okay. Well, we're not going to venture too far just yet. We'll come back out and speak to this lady later. Right, okay, back inside for a second. The reason why I'm back inside is because we're going to show the picture to these two, the tattoo photographs, see if that helps. And also, there's a couple of things here that I didn't notice the first time round. First of all, there is something here. A bottle of rum. The game mocks me. Saturday, folks, Saturday. It's been knocked over, apparently. I didn't know see what it said exactly. I was too busy fantasising about my own rum. Electrochemistry. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? You got up at what, 8? 7? It's now 10:55. A couple of hours? An hour would have been bad. 2 hours? It's mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet. Hang on just a second now. I was with you until the lemonade part. Who on earth mixes rum with lemonade? It's like a bloody heresy. Now that you mention it, I think it is rum o'clock. I think I better get over to Gart rather and ask him to serve up a beverage. Forget about the bar. Oh, don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man, let's get wild. Lick it. Me and Costeau are getting on like a house on fire so far. He punches annoying kids in the face and he likes rum. I'll forgive him about the lemonade bit, but, you know, yeah, so far so good. It's quite frightening. It's almost like Costeau is the man I aspire to be. No holds barred. Lick it, don't lick it but only a little. I really don't think we're that desperate to start licking counters for sticky stains of rum. I mean, that's just a little bit too extreme. I mean, if we'd been teetotal for as long as I have since the start of January, perhaps I might resort to licking traces of rum, you know, in desperation. But no, we're just going to order one at the bar, although we do have a big bar tab to pay first, perhaps. But no, we're not going to lick it. What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Find booze and drink it. It would go well with those cigarettes. That's a great combination. So we're looking for cigarettes, we're looking for rum. Get them both and we're in heaven. Okay, the hangover feels really bad. You have to take the edge off. Find a bottle of alcohol, put it in your hand. Yeah, so alcohol and smokes. If anything, that's it. Dead bodies, tattooed dead bodies, finding a way to get a body down from swinging. No, that can wait. Booze and smokes. That is all we need. Right. I'll talk about that another time, Chen. I was actually going to do a video update about mugs at the end of January, funnily enough. as per my... Was it my Christmas party stream when I mentioned mugs? Whenever I mention mugs, anyway. A sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mudcake boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Yeah, let's have a look at these pills first of all. I mean, I'm sure we have a headache given the stinking hangover that we have. And we pocket them. That's now 2 magnesiums that we have. The Revachol equivalent of paracetamol or aspirin, perhaps. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. Of course we do. We've got a case to solve. If we, you know, all this thinking is going to definitely give us a headache. You've just picked up medicine. Stored in the bottom left. Click on the plus icon to heal your morale if you have morale damage. Right, okay. Asking the lieutenant if he knows who this man is. I mean, he's the one with all the briefings. Trying to pass himself off as some proficient officer. Come on. No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbour. Oh, how handy. Strange that he's sleeping by the day, though, eh? Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbour. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping. We could try to wake him, or we could leave him be. Well, if I'm up, it's that age-old adage, one up, all up. Why should I have him sleeping on the job? No. Shake him awake. I've got questions. There is only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane, rip the buildings from the earth. No words, just a primordial scream. Oh, hell. Costeau kind of just bends down right next to the man's ear and screams. He was so heavy in his slumber that the 30-something-year-old man lifts his head and gives you a pensive look. Oh, why the yelling, man? My God. I was expecting him to have woken with quite the jump, given I've just screamed in his ear. He must have been hard on. Yes. I need you to answer some questions. Really? You woke me up for that? The worker gives you a vacant stare, then groans. Fine, fine. What is it, officer? Yes. Let's have a look what we're going to ask him. Priorities. That yours? Pointing to the bottle of spilt rum. Indeed. Help yourself to some. He blinks. Wait, no, oh, it's empty. Sorry about that, pal. Damn. Tell me about Wild Pines. Pointing to his overalls. That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics. He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this. And how's that going for you? How's it going? Oh, the worker lets out a big yawn and then stares at the cafeteria's terrace doors. Some fingerprints glisten on the glass. Works in logistics. Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Of course I have noticed. What do you take me for? I'm a very observant officer. It's a total madhouse. Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment. For one, I could get some goddamn shut-eye. He rubs his eyes and lets his head fall back on the table. Right to sleep, I say. Look, why are you sleeping when others are outside striking? Hey, got it. Measurehead's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. Or was. Measurehead's got it. He's guarding the gate. Now we're trying to get in there, so that could be useful. Physical instrument. The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him. Who's behind organising the strike? We are. The workers, the union. We know what we need. What's right for us. So there's nobody in charge? Okay, I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back. Oh, very good. Right, okay. Know anything about that dead body out the back? What about the dead body? Oh, very nonchalant of you. You see many people swinging from trees here lately? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it of my concern? Look, I'm looking into matters. Tell me what you know. I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead. You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong. But even he has reasons to be cautious here. What trouble? You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know. I prefer to keep it this way. The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. Is that a nod of approval? Yeah, you see, I can question people. Alright. When I choose to. Esprit de corps. So Union people think he was a killer. He thinks. Even Sleepy here. This doesn't help a lot, but it's good. It's something. Good work, detective. Right, okay. Try and maybe just to get down a little bit lower to the man and just asking him this question without Kitsuragi listening in. See anything interesting in your dreams? Thank God, no. Right, well, we're not going to let it go that easily. Was it a fathomless darkness into which we ought to be deferred like corpses to a mausoleum? It's like, what are you talking about? What? The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead. I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time. A little me time in the abyssopelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work remains. Wakefulness and detection. Fuck sleep. Despite the headache and the queasiness, you feel like you've got at least a 10-kilometre run in you. Alright, let's let him get back to some sleep then. The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table in sweet sleep. Probably a little bit jealous, like. Right. Okay. Let's go show this photograph to a few people. Minimise that screen. I'm getting a bit of lag there, as you saw. Right, what's she called? Let me see. Let me just get my little notebook out. What was she called again? I know we can click on her. She was called Lena. That's a lady, Lena. See if Lena knows anything about tattoos on dead bodies.
Hello again, sweetie.
Yeah, can't seem to ask. Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? Okay, perhaps not. Right, okay. So she's not playing ball. Right, these places seem to open at certain times. From what I can remember from reading, watching the video back. I think this opens at like 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock or something, perhaps. What's this here? What's that? You see that? Look at that. What's that? Oh, that might be inside. And also, I didn't look at this. What's this? Ah. Nosafed. Healing item. Ah, could come in handy. Right, let's go see what Gar has to say. First of all, can we buy some rum from him, you reckon? You reckon he's going to play ball? Or is he going to expect us to settle our tab first?
Can I help you?
Let's just come straight out with it. I need a drink. Can you pour me one? No, of course I can't until you settle your tab. Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this, he points to his empty hand, is this a shaker? We're not going to answer that question. Just going to give him a rather disapproving look. Don't play sarcastic with me. Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? He shakes the imaginary shaker furiously. Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why? Enlighten me. Because I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted? What you want is a goddamn drink! How is that so hard to understand? Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff. I want a fucking drink, asshole! Well, you're not getting it. He slams his hand on the counter. Asshole! This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please? Well, that went well. Bloody hell. Oh, this is not good. Oh, God. Short of reaching over the table, breaking this stuffed animal, throwing bits of it flying all over him, grabbing him by the scruff of the neck, we better ask him some questions, perhaps. Go on. I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Did we? Perhaps we did. Good spot, Costeau. Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God, just the nastiest and loudest faction. He tosses his head in disdain. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. They think they're big shit, but they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time. Don't look at me like that. Find out who is in the Union box. He gives you a meaningful nod, does Kim Kitsuragi. We should find out who this loud faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. How do we find them? We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. He looks toward the booth. Men are hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they will be here tomorrow. Yeah, and what the hell's going on with the kitchen? Why can't I go in there? Because it's for staff only, perhaps? What, are you a cook now? That's none of your business. Listen, pal. I have a warrant. Don't make me pull it out. You don't have a warrant? No, you don't. You better believe it, fucker. Fucker. He shakes his head. Lay off the swear words. They don't make you cool. This isn't kindergarten. Besides, the RCM doesn't do search warrants. I know the law. You'll just have to wait for the kitchen to open if you have to get in there, which you don't. You do realise you could just go into the kitchen at 1. No need for superstar charm or Sambo-style antics here. Sambo is an acronym for Sumerian boxing. Graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. Just letting you know. Fine, I'll come in at 1 o'clock then and cook us up some food, shall I? Right, fine, nothing else to ask. By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later. Yeah, I saw another thing. Did I? No, I didn't see another thing. Right. And we're not telling him about karaoke either. And we're not going to pay him back just yet either. Right, goodbye. Find out who's in the Union box. Right, okay, so they gather in the mess hall here at certain times. Probably, if not today, then tomorrow. Right, okay. So we're looking for booze, we're looking for smokes. That's the priority. Booze and smokes is the #1 priority. Next on our list of things to do, seeing as we probably can't speak to Kuno about where the rest of the armour is because we cut ties with Kuno. And none of these people seem to know anything about the tattoos. We're going to ask him to brief us about the case, because apparently, remember what he said? He got briefed? Trying to show off with his knowledge. You got briefed, did you? Oh, lucky you. Well, why don't you disseminate your briefing with me, now that we're inside? Away from prying ears, of course. So we'll go and have a quick stand by a table, perhaps, and chew the fat. And then we're going to use his car because we've got the shortwave radio to use for a couple of things.
Yes?
Right, tell me about this case, this briefing, just refresh my memory. What do you want to know? Yeah, why are we on the same case if we're from different precincts? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a, he considers the phrasing, a pissing competition. What do you mean? You don't know? His eyes narrow. I assumed you were in on it. Go ahead, tell me. What's there to say? It's just stupidity. What kind of stupidity? The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbour. Yours or mine. As if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here, and now it's time. And now it's come to its natural conclusion. Ah. So this is a struggle over who runs Martinez? Well, sort of. It's less of a matter of who gets to police Martinez and who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But he leans in. I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition. Okay. So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary. What's so special about Martinez? Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drainpipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist. Shivers. The tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps? Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't. I wonder what this says about me. That I was sent by my station. I think we know what it says about you. They don't want this place, so they've sent their worst. He raises an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. Okay. He takes a step back. Style me. Loosen your shoulders. Yeah. You need a bit more looseness. You're a bit stiff, Kitsuragi. Arms behind back, upright and like... Yeah, just chill out for a start. No, I don't. I used to. Plain clothes did the trick. For both of us, it seems. He nods towards you. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? If not, we should move on. Okay, enough of the competition for now. Ooh, pissing competition. Secret task complete. Right, okay, so tell me about this case again. Just tell me everything. I've forgotten a few bits, you know. Heavy night last night and all that. Yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember. He opens his notes. Yeah, brief me. Yeah, sounds very good. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labour dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company, Wild Pines, I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. So does the briefing tell us exactly who the victim was? A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. And anything about the caller? Why don't we know anything about the caller? They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. Why hide themselves? There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Okay. So we're the RCM, obviously. I want to know who we are, but I mean, he would obviously know who we are. Or would he? He wouldn't certainly ask who we are to him. Right, perfectly clear. Everything is crystal. Yes, very good. Thank you for that. Kitsuragi. Good to refresh the old memory banks. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It is our job to find the killer. That is the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. So anything strange about this case? Anything mysterious? He considers your question for a moment. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. Why? Lieutenant shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labour dispute. Doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting any more mysterious than that. What, really? Dead body swinging from trees? Couldn't be any less sexy. Right, white male in his 40s, what more do you need? I'm relieved that you agree, he says, then pauses. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Was there anything else you wanted to know? No, thank you. I think you've briefed me well enough. I'm kind of getting back into the grips of things. I seem to recall reading this stuff myself. It's just comparing, you see, putting the missing pieces to things, just in case, Logic. Why did the 41st send me? No. Okay, we'll talk to him about him a little bit later. You seem to be following me. You seem to be following me like a bad smell. Okay, so we've briefed and we're ready to rock and roll. Right then. So, to Kitsuragi's car. We need to report our badge missing. Maybe our gold missing. And we need to contact Sylvie. This your car? Caprice Kinema. Ah, yes. We heard this car in our sort of waking dream when we were lying on the floor of our room. We heard this car pulling up. White livery, bearing the number 57. What a bizarre looking car. Vapour emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. Really? It's been a couple of hours since this thing pulled up. Oh! Did not mean to do that. Inside you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Run your fingers over one of the steering levers. Why not? It's the worst that can happen. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm. Tap on the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labelled heat. There's no use pressing the heat button, he says, and jingles his keys. It won't start without the ignition key. Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC. Pull out the toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organised. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. Red tip pry bar, rubber-handled chain cutters, hand-cranked flashlight. Can we take all of them? Okay, a pry bar you can use to hit things with, right? And hit people with, so we'll take that first. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Maybe some of these could be used to cut this man down. Cold and heavy. Like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Or beating people. Beating the truth out of people. Yes. Take the rubber-handled chain cutters. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. Good for grabbing people's knackers. For getting them to talk. Yes. And the flashlight? It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue. A backup weapon to strike people with, in case you drop your pry bar. Perfect. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. Oh, far too boring a use. Why use these things for what they're meant to be used for when you can use them in so many more creative ways? Right, put the toolbox back in. Time to pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up and a green button labelled Prime Line grows like a feline eye, and then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Alice. Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on. Come in. Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy. This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? You could swear she was friendly with the lieutenant. I need you to connect me to a civilian. Sylvie? She may have reported a murder. Of course. What's her number, officer? Kim? Number? Sylvie's number? Dart gave it to you? Yes, hold on. The lieutenant takes a look at his notes and gives us the number. Received. Hold on, officer. No answer? Does she usually take this long to do things? Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just humming myself a tune. I've got all day to do this. Don't worry about it. I'm not craving a cigarette or an alcoholic drink at the moment. Not a problem at all. Just hello? Hello? For God's sake, what is wrong with this woman? This will never happen at the 41st, I tell you that. Officer, she finally returns. I have Sylvie Malikaya on the line for you. Ah. Yes, hello? Female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. I believe we've met before, have we? Hello? This is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work. Oh, right. She recognises your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? Well, perhaps we have met before. Well, if we stayed in the world in rags, probably we have, I would assume. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it. Oh, you want to have a cup of coffee? Oh, come on, seriously. Electrochemistry is leading us astray here. Have you seen my gun? Was it you who called the police? Oh, what do we ask first? We'll ask that at the end if we can. Don't ask it first. Why did you quit your job at the Whirly Rags? You were from memory, you were a good bar lady. You mean, why did I leave the bar? You can hear her tense up on the other side. Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Why? Is it because of Gart? What? She stops abruptly. No, why would you even think that? We don't like him, we'll drop him in it. He told me that he asked you out. Is that not what happened? Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. Oh dear. He's just a car crash. He just puts his size 12s into everything, doesn't he? No subtlety at all. Was it you that called the police? No, not me. Why? There's a corpse swinging in the tree behind the bar. You should have called the bloody police. What? Of course it bothered me, but I thought the union already knew about the corpse. The union? You should have called us, the police. No one calls the police. You can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. The union would get angry. What do you mean the union would get angry? You know. She seems to be looking for words. What the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Yeah, right. Right. Well, pushing on then. So why exactly did you let a corpse hang in the back of your yard for weeks instead of calling us? I want the specifics. I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. Push her further. Show her the error of her ways. What others? The other people who live around here. Local people. I don't want trouble. What trouble? You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union. Internally. You hear static, her chin rub against the receiver. Then, please, I just didn't want any trouble. Well, if we push her too hard, she won't go out for coffee with us, surely. Okay, fine. Fine. Don't worry about it. You do? She sounds relieved. What else can I do for you? Do you know who made the call? No, sorry, I don't. She clears her throat. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone or the one on the coast. It was someone else. The lieutenant makes a note. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while. Okay. Did you see a gun laying around before you left? Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. She sounds beyond exacerbated. Wait a minute. I showed you my gun? When did this happen? You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and... She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue. Oh, please do. Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know? What did I do? You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic. People tried to back away from you, or even slip out the door, but you screamed, "I am the goddamn law! You have to listen to me! You are all suspects in a murder investigation!" Did I? Did I do that? Well, so very bizarre. It's a strange what a couple of rums do to you, isn't it? Right, yeah, okay, but what happened to my gun? No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns." It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask, she sighs. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Why would we do this? He probably can't help himself. Do you grab a cup of coffee sometime? Catch up, you know. Purely for investigation purposes, we can talk about this union nonsense a bit more detail. That's exactly what it is. No, absolutely not. No. Oh, fucking! You must have misheard me. You must have misheard me. Breaking up here. Bye. Empathy. Wait, why does she seem angry with you? Please don't call me again. +1. Gar asked her out. -1. You asked her out. Oh, we're just ready to put the phone down, actually. I mean, I would like to try. Well, we're talking about this is not me. This is not us talking to her. This is us talking to ourselves. I think. Internal monologue. You've obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there. Okay, right, okay. Oh, now we have no choice but to ask this question. Right, before you, tell me what I did. Okay. Oh, well, you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. Just made me want to quit. What? Skewer thing? The stuffed bird. Oh. The great skewer? You threw it against the wall. What screaming? What, that bird? And laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got here. That doesn't sound like anything I do. I love birds, me. I love them. Yes, well, the static on the radio suggests Sylvie doesn't have a comment. So wait a minute, wait a second. You're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit? Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I'd ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you... She pauses. Oh, please. Yeah, just get it all off your chest, love. Well, you were the worst. Worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things, like not turning down the volume at 3 AM. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening on repeat. No more. I hate it now. Which song? Did it involve a church? We go on by the oh, she sighs. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. Okay, anything else you want to enlighten me with? Shoes through windows? There was your room, your project, an experiment to see how bad it can get in there. Oh hell, I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco too. Sounds intense. We're not going to apologise. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you were waving your gun around harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to... Oh, you've still already told me about that bit. Please. It's bad enough hearing these things once. Don't make me hear them twice. But you mentioned police documents in the toilet? The ones I had to wrench out of the toilet. Yeah, what happened to these documents? Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do. Resentment gives way to concern in her voice. She's worried she might have accidentally done something bad. Then she remembers it's you. Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine. Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away. Okay, I've heard enough. I get it, I wasn't a very good tenant. Fine. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. Are we ever going to apologise for anything we've done? Hello, JJ. Look, come on. Just loosen up a little bit. Don't you ever party? I mean, it was obviously the drink. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again and let's pretend it never happened. But when I spoke to Gardner, he seemed like it was him. You left because of him. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Gardner, I really do. Come on. Now we're talking a bit more openly about things. Didn't he cross a line when he asked you out? No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing with the corpse and all that. Yeah, swinging bodies in your backyard will do that. Kill the mood, won't it? There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side, the telephone cord coiled around her index. I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him, maybe. Oh, I can tell him. Oh, we can certainly tell him. With a few twists and turns to the story. Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something. Oh, don't you worry, love. I won't take my gun out. And if you're stupid enough to let me talk to him for you on your behalf, then you obviously haven't learnt much about us. And before we leave, did I say anything else besides the OO? Oh, all sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Well, I'm looking for a particular song, actually. Maybe you can help me? Which one would that be? A really sad song. Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in Saint French. Butchered that right up. Her voice carries a tone of disappointment. Interesting. You still have to find it, however. The smallest church in Saint Ends. Alright, thank you. It's been an enlightening conversation, Sylvie, and I hasten to add we'll probably never speak again. Bye. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks, then the already familiar voice. Anything else I can help you with, officer? Maybe we'll ring her after we've talked with Gart and given her the news that we've kind of put our feet in things once again. Connect me to the 41st. I need to report something. Just a second, officer. She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar. Ask her for coffee again. Push our luck. 10-2, 10-5, this is 41st, come in, over. Jules Pidew. A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. Hi, it's me. Hello, it's me. I work at your station. You obviously recognise me. 10-4, what's your status? Over. Not good. 1018, 1020, over. Hello? Talk human, man. These numbers mean nothing. State your message, sir. Over. I may have misplaced my badge. 10-9, repeat message, over. My badge, I can't find it anywhere. It's gone, vanished, missing. 10-4, message received. This is very serious situation. I need to 10-22, the captain, over. 10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school. Is it him? A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge? Hello? Who is this? This is Communications Officer Jules Producer. Over. No, the other guy. In the background. You mean your partner? Over. What is he saying? He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner. It's your partner. Satellite Officer Vicquamere, sir. Over. Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? The one in the background sounds like he's losing his patience. Oh, this game is insane. Who lost it? Smell pipes up. Who lost his badge? Chester McLean. Is that a woman or a man? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from the bestseller. Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity. Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. Holy cow. Come on, oh yeah, let it all out, like, ha ha ha, as if I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him, and laughs sarcastically. Oh, god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Vicquire is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over. Mullen dicked us. Come on, can we just move on? I need to report this. No, I didn't. It was actually quite a serious thing. To lose your warrant card, hellfire, no. Track down your badge, level up. Report. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me. Matt, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. Don't bring anybody else into the flipping room. Matt Torser. Oh, he looks like a big unit. What's going on? Super Copy, he lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. Oh, God. Could you just stop saying he lost his badge for a moment? He asked you to please stop saying he lost his badge. Why did he find it? The room at the end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter. Oh, it's a sergeant. Sergeant Torson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over. You don't have a comeback. Sorry, it's hard to think like this. Just say nothing. Just say nothing. Shake your head. Cheeks going all flush red. Kitsuragi probably sniggering in the background. If this is a cop-off, if this is a piss-off, whatever you called it, pissing match, you know, our precinct is a laughing stock right now. He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. You can hear laughter in the background. Okay, enough's enough. Come on. I've got other things to discuss. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you. New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Speaker gasps for air. Ask him if he lost his gun. If he had lost his gun too. The room roars with laughter. Sergeant Torsten wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over. God help us all. Over. Oh fuck. This is absolutely brilliant. This is brilliant. Convince them you didn't lose your gun. That's not going to work. It really is not going to work. 1 of 3. Costeau, you better be slick with your words, pal. Oh, damn. No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Fuck it, I didn't lose my gun. He says he didn't lose his gun or his fun, whatever that means. Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do. Sound like Officer McLean request a description of your weapon. Over. Just the fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world. Oh, requests a description, huh? We'll give him a description. Describe the plasma gun. Kim, come here. Just remind me what your gun is. Just remind me. It's a single-shot Cagel A9, an armistice to be precise. It's a single-shot armistice, A9, over. Says it's a Cagel 9mm armistice. Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore. Dear God, he's lost his gun! Oh my, I can't... The Master Costeau laughter again. This isn't really a laughing matter. Matt can face the giant of Coconut by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't, oh, he lost his ass. Ask him if he still has his wiener. I'm not gonna... Ask him. Sergeant Dawson here is wondering if you're still in possession of your genitalia, over. Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this alright. Oh no. Oh, what's the worst he can do? He's miles away. I left at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that. That's a negative. Not going to say that, over. What's he saying? Share the class. He said... He said he sodomized your mother. The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure, vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate. Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mum we're talking about. Tell him to apologise right now. Sergeant Dawson requests that you apologise for the claims you made about his mother. Over. Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with a firewalker. Max says maybe you shouldn't have antagonised the firewalker in the first place. Who? The disbelief in Bitmare's voice is overwhelming. Satellite officer Firewalker. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir. Walker, you fool! Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters. Satellite, I heard him and I'm on it. Okay? I think we've had enough of this conversation now, and we've made it a complete laughing stock in front of our colleagues and in front of this guy here. What a joke. 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm. Then the static. Oh God, the man is fighting back tears. As am I, Dawson, as am I. Officer, do you need further assistance? Do I flippin' hell as like need further assistance from you idiots? I mean, I was going to consider asking for financial assistance, but after what's just happened, I think we'd be far too embarrassed. That's enough for now, thank you. Roger, 10-10, over and out. The static ends with a loud click, and everything is silent in the cabin. Having closed the door, looking rather dishevelled and embarrassed. Right, oh my God, that was ridiculous. That's probably the most hilarious conversation I've seen in a video game. It really is. I'm gonna have to go to the toilet to blow my nose now. Bear with me. Oh. Oh, Lord. Good grief. Right. Yes, we're just taking. Yes, Costeau just taking the time to regain his composure whilst listening to the to the seagulls. Right, we've got a point to put in. Yeah, we've got a skill point. Yes, I'm not going to put the skill point in until I've watched the session back to find out what, as I said before, which check was the most successful. But yeah, we have an extra point. It's going to be a long watch back. Right. Okay. Let's carry on. So so we've got. Let's have a look at some of these things. Then we've got. So we can interact with certain things, but not all things. We've got a pry bar. Open lock containers. What about that piece of wood at the behind where the body was? Perhaps some chain cutters, lock containers. As well, and a flashlight. Equip this to discover shady secret orbs in shady areas. Yeah, interesting. Right, okay. Track down your gun. Someone must know something about your lost firearm. Maybe a district authority, like someone high up in the union, or someone local who saw you with it before you passed out. The Whirling's absent bartender? You could ask the local pawn shop. She seemed to suggest... you can equip the tools. Thank you. She seemed to suggest that we pawned it. So I think that's going to be our next line of inquiry. It would be the pawn shop. Track down your badge. It's unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a world as huge as this. Maybe you'll just stumble across it down the line. Who needs a badge? We are the... Who needs a bloody badge? Oh yeah, go talk to Gar and tell him she's sorry. Oh yes. And we're still trying to find out the caller of the murder. Might take some time. Right, we are so going to go to speak to Gart on behalf of Sylvie, and I'm hoping that we can kind of bend the truth a little bit. Just to muddy the waters a little, you know. Just because we don't like him. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. And then we'll spread our horizons a little bit further, perhaps. We'll start looking at some of the areas surrounding the whirling rags. This game is so good. Oh, it's so good. Will she know where my gun is? I keep wanting to ask her questions.
Hello again, sweetie.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he'll know, because I think he's come because Sylvie left, so I don't think he'll have been here when we were waving our gun around. We can go in the kitchen from 1, I believe, so a bit more chitty-chatty. Actually, after we talk to him. And plus we know what happened to this bird now. We are now certain that we did indeed break it.
Can I help you?
Oh, we actually were... Oh. This sounds like... Maybe we're giving him this news as a kind of a way to convince him to give us a drink. Maybe. I'm hoping we can twist it a little bit. But relaying that Sylvie left because of us, apparently. It pains me to say this. I don't like him. Why would I give him this news? Wait, what? He looks up surprised. But what about the bird? The bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with the broken wing the morning she left. Yeah, she said it was just an accident. You know, these things happen. There you go, we see, not the whole truth. Why didn't she just tell me that? I don't care about stuffed birds, I care about my employees. He stumbles with words, shaking his head. All right, he calms himself. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Oh, yeah, she said a few things about you. She said, we're not going to tell him the truth, so... No, we didn't really talk too much about you. We just covered the basic details. The fact that, you know, she left because I was waving my gun around the place and stuff, and she got a bit frightened, and she broke your bird there as well by accident. But other than that, we didn't really discuss you at all. In fact, she considered going out for coffee with me. But I said I was rather busy. Oh, I see. It's clear he's disappointed. Good. Well, thank you for the intel anyway. Shame about the bird. Yeah, we've got some experience out of it. Should we settle our bill? No, we shouldn't. We'll keep him stewing for a little bit longer. Right, okay, so we give him some half-truths there. 12:39, not quite enough, not quite time to go into the kitchen, and you can't pass time unless you're talking to somebody, so we're going to go outside, just go back round to where that plank of wood was and just see if we can use these tools we've recently acquired to perhaps pry a bit of wood away from the door or something. And if not, then we've got a whole list of contactable names and companies on here. We could go through them all one by one. But before we do any of that, there's somebody sat here. It looks like a dock worker, looking all very glum. And seeing as we are a people person, somebody who converses well with individuals and doesn't at all muck things up, we're going to speak with her.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
She doesn't seem impressed to see us. You sound surprised by our presence.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
Oh, she's the gardener. Deduced from the fact that she's wearing these gloves and she's next to a wheelbarrow, perhaps. He's a clever guy. I have questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Yes, this sign, these words here, above your head, what the hell is this about? Excuse me? She doesn't understand. She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. No, she may know. Here he goes again, wading in. Oh hell! This man is a calamity. He's just an absolute calamity. This street sign says "fuck the police" on it, right above your head. How can you have missed it? Oh, she cranes her neck. Well, I didn't write it. I'm just sitting here. And what about the other side? Pigs. Pigs go home. Who are these pigs? just continues to steamroller through. I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it. Pig is a widely used term for a member of the police. It's not. I know what it is, you fool. I'm trying to put the squeeze on. Why? She's just an innocent gardener sat there looking glum. I don't care. Everybody's a suspect here. Everyone's a suspect. And they will all answer my questions. No need to worry. Oh, but the voice of reason finally steps in. We're not saying that you did. Oh, okay, well, I didn't. She leans back, shoulders relaxing. And who are you? Maybe you should have asked that first, you fool. Who are you anyway? Before you waded in with your questions. Me? I'm just a gardener. Oh. Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question then. But that doesn't really ask what she's doing. I want to kind of know what she's doing, but I really love this line. It's the kind of line that it'd say as well, so yeah. Oh. Okay, we might be able to ask it on top of that. Yeah, what are you doing? I'm working. You don't ought to be working, you ought to be sat down. You've been sat down for several minutes since I've been wandering around here. What are you working on? I have a greenhouse in the yard there. She gestures over her shoulder. I've been trying to get some work done. But there's a body swinging there. Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks. Ah, I see. Don't worry, miss. We're here to clean it up. You can get to work soon. Oh, stop with the nicey-nicey. Thank you. She smiles politely. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Well, it'll be down soon. We're on the case. No need to fear. Oh, okay. She doesn't quite know what to say. Thanks for keeping me in the know, sir. Very good. Right. We need directions. Since the street sign's messed up, she nods. Okay, what do you need? What's up north? The pier, the Cape Side, apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot. And to the south, some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken. I think some kind of accident, probably. What's on the other side of the canal? Just coast. There's a little fishing village there and a fish market, but that's closed down ages ago. Rows of stalls under a broad roof where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water everywhere, pouring from heavens in the shadow of the old church. What kind of fish market is this? I don't know. The abandoned kind used to gather every spring. But there's nothing to do there now, just drug addicts. To the east, the harbour gates. Ah, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. She shrugs. A frit store, too. Frit? The hell's that? And in the west? She looks at the water, squinting. Just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. Thank you for your cooperation. She nods, brushing a fleck of soil off her cheek. Thank you very much. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove. Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. Yes, can I borrow your gloves as well, please? I might need them, you see. Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Good. Compliance, we like that. Really? None? Maybe just a tiny bit of annoyance? So we now have some rubber gloves. Yellow gardening gloves. Bye-bye bugs. Can we put them on now? Oh, look at that. A thing of beauty. Thing of beauty indeed. What does that give us? An extra one interfacing. We're not wearing them now, though. They do not look cool. We are the picture of cool. We smell like piss, apparently, from when we put our clothes on. But apart from that, it's probably wafted away in the breeze now, that smell. Now we're looking cool. Can't put yellow bloody rubber gloves on yet. Only when we're taking it down the body. Okay, so we can put... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Dual wield. Look at that. I'm ready for you. Cutters in one hand, bar in the other. Have at ya, criminal scum. Oh, we have got this under wraps. Right, we're just going to go check out that board. I mean, she mentioned the greenhouse, but because of his, you know, his rather direct questioning style, I have a feeling if you talk, maybe if you talked to her more reasonably or had some other skills in higher stuff, other stuff, she may have give us access somehow, possibly. Not quite so sure, but let's just take another look at this. See if any of the tools work their charms. No. Can we do anything with a pry bar in our hand? No. Nothing. Oops, a daisy. Never mind. Okay, we're going to go and press some buttons. Go press some. In fact, we're just going to check the body out again. Excuse me, it's throgging my throat. I still haven't recovered from my cold yet. Can we do anything now that we have tools? We can't get up there, you see. It's the only issue. If we could climb up, we could cut it down with some cutters, maybe. Maybe if you inspect the belt now? No. No. Okay. So if we lose all our morale, the question is, do we end up dead? Serious question, because if we do, we might be wise to use one of our morale boosting medications, because I'm sure you can feel a headache coming on. Oh, did we have a look at this before? Bottles, you could pick them up if you had a bag. Oh, we don't have a bag. Right, let's have a look at this sign here. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons. Main hall, building A. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver. Oh, this is going to be fun. We're going to ring every doorbell. Oh, hell. Kudo? Please stop calling here. Grown-ups do not have time for your stupid games. This is the police. Open the door. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... There's a spot of static that overrides her words. But the doorbell is broken and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks. Number 2. Something to do with hair? Nobody answers. Just seeing the word Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. This very existence is a threat to your masculinity, to say nothing of your hair. Boxing for young athletes. Static. 24-hour window? Nothing. Emma's fashion. No. Taxi. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. Slipstream. SCA. Sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver but isn't saying anything. Hello, anyone there? Yes, hello, this is Tricentennial Electrics. This is a woman's voice, crackling and fragile through the static. Have you come to place an order? Yes, hello, can you let me in? My God! The lieutenant exchanges a look with you. Sorry? It's you! My God! I didn't think I would hear your voice again. Sorry? It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. No. Something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you? Do we know each other? Michelle, just please. She stops and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static. Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building a cold memory hangs. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. She sounds like she's shaking. I thought you didn't care. Tell me what's going on. What did I do? Are you sure you're confused, woman? Ever since I came to work here, it's been different, as if my mind's been wiped clean. A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget. Forget about what? She sounds like she's about to cry. The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor. Hello? She doesn't answer. Hello, are you still there? Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Oh, for God's sake. Bye then! You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. Yes, I do. Oh, it can't be that big a spoiler, surely. Oh, well, it's going to happen eventually. Yeah, go on. Fortress accident. Nobody. Revachol Ice City. Whirling in rags. They don't want to talk to you. You're going to just stand there and take it from a doorbell? Kiss the doorbell. Okay, so it is game over. That's fine. So we have time to use one if it goes down. So as soon as we have one in our inventory, or two at least, I think we'll be fine. Punch the doorbell. In frustration. We've rung all these doorbells. Nothing's happened. A strange conversation with a woman who thinks she knows us, but obviously she doesn't. We've had enough of this flipping doorbell. Volition. Slipstream SCA. What? Nope. It's still. It's. Oh, that was a red check, which means we can't do it. Can we do it again? Is that a red? Was that a white one or a red one? Oh no, it's a white one. So we could, with the right level of volition there, we could perhaps get an answer from this one. Pinball. Entrance from building B. What's this? Ding dong. Well, Lieutenant, I think it's safe to say we ain't getting in here, despite our best efforts. Okay, let's consult the old pocket notebook here and see what on earth we're supposed to do next. So there's a pawn shop, apparently, where we may find our gun. And did the woman, the gardener, did she tell us where the pawn shop was? I don't recall a pawn shop on her directions, although she did say Freet. The Freet. I think the Freet is is a shop, perhaps. The kitchen is now open, so that's worth having a look at, certainly. Maybe there's booze in the kitchen. Maybe there's cigarettes in the kitchen. Right then. Kitchen it is. I'll show this gart fella. He dares to mock us and ask us if we're a bloody chef. I'll show him, chef. Ooh, by 9, most people settle for bed. By 2, the streets are empty. Aha! Kitchen! Open! Marvellous. In we go! Let's have a looky in here. Oh, well, well, well. What do we have here? The dishes are drying. Smell of chemicals and pine trees. Pine fresh. What's this? An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Some type of curry, perhaps? Ooh, some money. If we take money in front of this person, is this theft? No, it's not theft, apparently. Who's this? This is Gorosy Quebec. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. Oh, he has cigarettes, does he? As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Gorosy and Quebec. Must be his name. Gorosy. Gorosy Quebec. Sounds representative. Hello, Gorosy. I have some questions to ask, if you don't mind. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. Yeah, lovely pots you've got. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of the pots in turn. I don't think we're getting anything from him. I don't think he speaks the language. I don't think he talks the lingo. What? That can't be the end of the conversation. Okay, well, we'll just go and help ourselves to the back door, shall we? You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the colour. Blue is for mystery. Mystery indeed. Reach out and touch this mysterious door here. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to the touch. The stainless steel is door flush with its frame on every side. I wonder where this door leads, he can't help but say out loud to himself. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient scepticism. It's a door in the back of a kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Yes, of course we may find something pertinent to the investigation, Lieutenant. Yes, I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in, just to be thorough. As a side investigation. Side investigation? Oh no. This door could well be a mega investigation, Lieutenant. It all depends on what's on the other side. Secret passages? Hardly. He looks at the door, then you. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager. Oh, the cafeteria manager. Whatever you do, don't call him the bartender. And try to push the door first. The door does not budge. The door. Door? He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. shrugging is an international sign for no. I don't know what's behind that door. Damn. Find a way in to the secret passage. Crowbar. Crowbar is always the key. If in doubt, use brute force. Let me have a wee look at this door here. Push the door with a crowbar, perhaps? No, the door doesn't budge. Touch the door, no. Crowbar the door, no. Damn. Right, it looks like we're going to have to speak with good old Gart again. We are talking far too much to that man.
Can I help you?
We can't even talk to him about it. Why can't we talk to him about it? Oh, yes. I saw something else at the Whirling in Rags. There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. I don't know if you've noticed. Oh, yes, that door. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. He shrugs. Do you know what's behind it? Do you have... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there, and I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the Freet warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. I think you'd like to know what's back there. Fine, okay. A little, he shrugs, but my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. Oh yes, of course, because you run so many. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals, and I haven't found a key. So good luck with that. Damn. Fine. So, okay. Find a way into the secret passage. There's strange doors in the Whirling. No one knows where they lead. Find a way in and see what's hidden there in the hostel cafeteria's forgotten corners. Right, okay. Well, that lead's dried up for the time being, but we are keeping an eye out for a key, possibly. Let's go out the front doors here. What's this? There's a sign here or something. Summer door. Closed for the summer door. You have a summer door here? Right. Okay, so he doesn't speak English. He doesn't know anything about the door, so I think the only thing we can really do is get back on the trail of our investigation, really. Yes, let's have a look at our little notebook here and see if we want to have a quick peek at what we might want to do next. I want to track down a gun, really. I mean, need to find a pawn shop. They're not open yet. Looking for booze. Booze. We need to get the body down. Access the harbour. Is it too soon to access the harbour? Kuno's dead to us. Ask around about possible meaning of the tattoos. I've not come across anybody that would know. Maybe people in the harbour might know something about the tattoos. Sing karaoke. Right, I think we've got to have a bit of a wander. A bit of a wander about. There was a person over the road, I noticed. Yeah, this guy here. Or is it a woman? No, it's a guy. Don't know where we're going like, but Faln? Stop! Between those trucks down there. Smokes. Go get him. Where? Smokes? Where's Smokes? Hello? Smoky Joe's? Between what trucks? Where? Where? Ah! There! Woohoo! Astra. Oh boy. Look at that. Smokes Astra. 4 uses. These grad made cigarettes are remarkable for their high tar content, a favourite of fishermen, police officers and working men the world over. Now we can't smoke them just yet though, because we were also waiting for some rum. We're gonna... Well, we've got 4 uses, right? We can maybe just quickly open one up and puff on one now, surely. Just get the lovely tar and... Oh yeah, clog your lungs up, pal. Enjoy. Enjoy. Electrochemistry. There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into the fire for you, sir. Don't mind me, Kitsuragi. I've been craving one of these bad boys since I woke up in a drunken stupor. Pulling out the pack. Massive bonuses. You pick the best one. The soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Line up. Re-become yourself. Oh, I don't want to light it right now. People are watching. Light it up, son! Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. Repercussions, who gives a crap? Dip that bad boy in the flame. Take a big breath. This is going to injure us, isn't it? It's going to injure us. Nicotine intellect raised. Ooh. Oh, it does damage us. Oh, yes. We've smoked some Astra. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body and soul. A nostalgia for yourself, the man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls. Tutorial. In the bottom right corner of the screen there's a smokes button. So there is. 59 minutes. Oh yeah. +1 to intellect. Click it to gain +1 to intellect skills, logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, drama. This is good before a white check but damages your health. Ah. Ooh. So whilst we've just had a Smoky Joe, all these white checks that we've failed. See, so what have we raised? Intellect is purple, yeah? I think intellect is purple. No, intellect is not purple. Intellect is blue. Intellect is blue. So any blue checks, such as the mirror. Is that the mirror in our room? I think so. Or Kim Kitsuragi, logic. What check did we have with him? Now would be a good time to talk to him, perhaps. Kim, sir, I'm feeling better now. I've had a bit of... You know what I mean? Oh, why did the 41st send me? Perhaps feeling a little bit, you know, embarrassed after that conversation. Would we raise this now? Might as well give it a try. Because you're the best qualified? No, that doesn't seem right. Of course it doesn't seem right. But it does make sense. I am exceedingly qualified, obviously. If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting. Nothing. Nothing at all, Lieutenant. I had a strange moment there. Nothing to worry about. Right, okay. There's no rum lying around here, is there, as well? No? Okay. Well, we'll find some, don't you worry, little pretty head. Right, who is this man? Just sat there, chilling out, or stood there rather, chilling out, smoking away.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beat as he goes. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes. Oh, it's a catchy tune. Carry on, don't mind me.
From another planet. Hey there.
Perhaps we might take this conversation a little bit more mellow. Just a touch. Because we've had a smoke, you see. It's calmed us down a touch now. Fuck. Craving a fag, what craving? Bit of alcohol and he'll be completely a different man, you know. So the bludgeoning line of questioning maybe it's going to be eased whilst we're under the effects of the nicotine. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
Motions towards a sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Oh, indeed. Quite the quandary, eh?
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
So how long you been here?
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Yeah, extravagantly phrased, but I know what you're talking about. I can roll with these things. I'm a modern cop.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
We have some smokes, but it won't hurt to get a few more, would it? Got any? It's a good way to get a bit of rapport going. Got any ciggies? Nope, don't smoke. What's on your hand? Don't smoke. Of course you don't. Okay. No, I've never smoked. No, never. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse, or waiting for the sweet release of death. Yep, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere. Failure. Yeah. We fail to perceive the fact that he's blowing smoke in our face. I don't smoke, pal. Oh, okay, fine, no problem. You don't smoke then. Guess I'll ask around. You could also check the kiosk down the street. Freet. He points towards the harbour. With 3 T's. Revershaw is weird. I'm thinking it might be double, like sort of double up as the pawn shop, maybe. Right. Anyway, yeah, what are you hauling anyway? Oh, high-grade narcotics, legal firearms, stuff like that. Oh, nice. Well, want a friend in the underworld. No, I'm joking, my man. Obviously, you're joking. Fouln runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits, that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ile Maran market lately. Yeah. Those Fouln tracksuits, you don't have any going spare, do you? Perchance, given that you're all sort of stuck here, know what to do? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear. That's your machine behind you, is it? This rocking beauty? Points at the lorry with his thumb. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Yeah. So he's going all out with the rapport building now. Give him a cigarette, this man turns into a different beast. Yeah, Lorry's pretty neat. Don't know anything about them. Just wing it. Neat for carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These farm tracksuits need to find their way to the kids' way out in Umrau and Lambert somehow. All right, very good, very good. Very good. Tell me more about this strike. You know anything else about it? It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in and out. Oh, really? What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane and half the company. I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strange negotiator type. They'd know what's up, precise demands and so on. Company rep? Ah, yes, from Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure. Any idea what the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. Indeed they do. Anything else? He thinks, yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Most lorry drivers. Camineurs. A few still hang around here waiting for this mess to end, and most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not you? Not your cup of tea, any of that? Yeah, no, not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes. What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get on to the next one. Yeah, what an older nonsense. But let's just keep this charade up. We now have him in our hands. We've got him under our thumb. We're on a level here now. This is where we find out whether his person skills have improved or not. Know anything about that dead man swinging behind the old hostel there? Pointing behind him. He ain't one of us drivers, I know that. All accounted for, otherwise I haven't really asked about that. Be wasting time right here. Keep him busy. Drama. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Keep him busy? With what? You just stood here at the moment. I'm stuck in this town for a long time. Anything I could get involved with? Analysing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. And your conclusion? A sense of surprise that 8 more bodies hanging from more trees. Well, sir, it's been an enlightening experience. But I gotta go and do some police work and all that. Enjoy your time off. Don't be a stranger. He gives a salute with 2 fingers. What on earth just happened? Costeau? Somebody... Have you had a brain transplant or something? It's the nicest you've talked to anybody since you rose from your pit. Right, what the hell is this anyway? We'll just have a nosy around, continue. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Come on, Kitsuragi, follow me! I know exactly what I'm doing. I think. Oh, here we go, look at that. Oh, hey! Oh, oh, I thought there were bottles of rum. A bold slogan. Humanox covers the truck. Electrochemistry took over. Yep. It's all about the chemistry, baby. How long left until we run out of 46 minutes? We've got 46 minutes of Mr. Nice Guy. What is this? Some kind of statue? Horseback monument. Look at that. Wow. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island. Oh, this is the roundabout. Oh, this is the road. Must be. How bizarre. Pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled, piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philippe II, the opulent, father of Philippe IV, the insane. Trying to recall in our memory banks. Does this ring a bell? Did I read this somewhere? Yes, even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philippe was known for his profligacy. In what way? Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, and end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulidian Isola. Charlene, welcome. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armour, and various chalices. Oh, you've missed one hell of a conversation, Charlene. You'll have to watch the video back. If you don't watch the whole thing, just watch the conversation we had with our colleagues over the radio. Oh my god, it was unbelievable. It really was. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers like some obese dragon instead of a bed like a normal person. That cannot be true. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. And, oh... Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippine blow. Allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Philippine cocaine was purple. So he was addicted to nose candy. A bloated, fat, druggie that slept on gold. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay. Okay. And that's where he lays now? Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, yes. Thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. A group of marble plérons still surround the king's vandalised tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. Oh dear, what happened to the statue? The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was levelled. Okay, so who has restored the monument? Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly, trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. We're not artistic at all. Even with cigarettes. We really don't get art. Neither do people in Martinez. The statue has proved to be controversial in a neighbourhood mostly populated by the left-leaning working class. Horseback Monument. Felipe III, the Squanderer. However, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Okay. That's one way to learn a bit of history. See, you see, smoke a cigarette, he talks to people nicely, and he can also recall loads of factual information. I mean, I do not know when he read that. Perhaps when he was in the toilet over a series of days, I don't know. But yes, he has recalled that from somewhere deep within. Well done, sir. You are coming out with some pearlers right now. Ruins full of snow. Right, okay. Ooh. White tank top. Would that go on? Oh hell. Why is that in orange? Gym vest, tank top, reeking of sweat. Somebody else's sweat. This sleeveless shirt is the best choice if you're not afraid to show off your masculine upper body and that hairy chest. Yeah, there's a time and place for this. I don't think it's quite just yet, but I'm sure at some point we may slip that on. What is it? Physical instrument? Maybe we were trying to threaten the docks worker? Maybe? Possibly? Oh hell. It can go down whilst wearing a ridiculous little tank top. I'm sure that'll make for some comedic viewing. Oh, another person here. Oh, some more money. $3.55. How much was our bill? Our bar bill was like only 60 or 40 or 0.4. So I think we've got more than enough to pay it off. But I kind of still don't want to do it. Just because... Oh, this is the side of the shop, right? Where are we? Oh no, we're still inside. Yeah, we're still inside. Let's just continue to have a wander. That's what I meant. Point 40. Okay, so this looks like a dead end. So we'll speak with this person here, whilst we still have 39 minutes left of Mr. Nice Guy. Good night, Charlene. What a strange portrait. Is she puking up or something? The small wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food, money. Maybe she's your... Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. Hello? Snapping your fingers in front of her face.
Wait.
Oh, apparently not. Lieutenant stops us before we can snap our fingers. What you bloody doing?
She's just a distracted old woman. better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Bloody hell, we've punched kids in the face and we've done all sorts. And you've not battered a flipping eyelid. And now I want to speak to an old woman, you get your knickers in a twist. You want to sort your priorities out. Anyway, you're ruining my bloody chakras here. My aura. I was on a roll there, now I've turned into nasty again, you bloody fool. That's bizarre. What's his problem? What's his problem? My mum is fine, thank you. Yeah, she's not bad. We've just booked our next holiday, so she always perks her up. Maybe we can. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Foreign car. Kept in good condition. Right, okay. So I think we're nothing else here. So we're just up there. Oh, look at that. Is this money on the floor again? Ooh. This is the old picket line. Ooh. This is the old picket line. We're getting close to... This is the big bruiser. Well, we're here now, people. This will be a nice way to end the session. It might be a long conversation, this, but we'll keep going. Ooh, this could be a recipe for disaster. There is a way to quick save, right? Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens here. We can't talk to everybody, we can only talk to certain people, it looks like, and it might be just him. Big bruiser man. No, we won't put our vest on this just yet. Should we go away with our little vest on? Looking all frightening. Yeah. Lots of booze. I want booze. Can you share some of your booze with me? Maybe. Look at him loosening up. Look at him. Look at him. Oh no.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The scab leader. Oh hell. He's still under the effects of cigarettes. This could save him. The man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Pull up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
Uh-oh. The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else. Okay.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down?
No?
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work!
You seem to be alone in your chanting.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Alright, well if I'm not going to be on your side, what kind of cause are we talking about here?
Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
Well, sounds reasonable. But you don't mind if I ask a few questions, do you? Don't think they're opening their doors anytime soon.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points to the man sitting on the railing. Man.
So do we, Scab.
The loitering man hollers in return. Yeah, who are all these strike breakers? Honest men and women with rights to work to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steadily greying military haircut. We came here to help the harbour run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, They ought let in those who do want work. I have a question. The lieutenant looks him in the eye. Why do all these men follow your leadership? You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were... He starts bellowing. Given a job to do! What exactly is your goal here? We were promised work. He points to the gates. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. And you're unable to breach the entrance? Main gate's locked. We'll take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. He points up the stairs. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mesk punk either. He points at the dock worker idling on the staircase. I mean head measurer, whatever he is. Head measurer? Huge Simonese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him. Oh, come on. How bad could one guy be? You seem capable of handling yourself. Bad? The man glares at you. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how Urian has trained Killer up there, but that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters. Oh, why don't you storm in? All of you. En masse. Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look. It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway. No, they will give up eventually, or get drunk, leave the button unguarded, then we charge. The man rubs his jaw, a perfect lightly bearded square wedge. Yes, well, it just so happens that I want to get into the harbour as well. Have fun, he snorts. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss? Yeah, well, it just so happens that I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place. Just behind the cafeteria. Man swinging from a tree? Ring a bell? I know nothing about murder. His reply is snappy and terse. Absolutely nothing. Wouldn't put it past these harbour bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right, to work! He again shakes his large fist and turns back. Shameful cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for a worker is a crime. I don't know. We're not picking a side in this just yet, sir. Pity. He turns around and bellows at the gates. Let us work! Okay, so gates are shut and he's just shouting and carrying on and not really getting much done, it seems. It says Grille. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. There you go. More encyclopedia knowledge. Detective Costeau. Ooh, fire. A few loose coins here. Don't mind me if I just pick these up off the floor, do you? Thank you. Who are you?
Scab?
Asks a man with a jolly eyes tilting his head. What did he just call you? A fag? Oh no, this is not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid. Okay. No, I'm a police officer.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop, Scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles and realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strife?
I'm here to investigate a murder. Murder, huh? Sounds like a lot of hard work. You never see me investigating a murder. Well, maybe you want to help me by telling me who might have done it. Of course, Policia. He gives you a sly smile. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way. He didn't do it. It's the truth. What's the strike about anyway? You know, serious business. He smiles. I'm sure the big boss would be glad to tell you. You just have to ask him first. He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on better footing with the organisation. Gotta get moving. Who's the boss then? Can we openly go up and speak with him? I mean, we're already here now. Kind of just getting swept up in the situation. This looks like an alternative route here. This is the way behind the behind where the body was. This might be the way to get past this access thing. I'm assuming this is what he was talking about, this access door. In case of strike, press button behind guard. Yeah, I'm thinking if we can... We need perception for that. Oh well, let's see if we can... Oh, what, hang fire. Okay, we can't lockpick it, we can't kick it, we can't do anything. Hey, that might be the... Is this the boss man? Ooh, there's the button. There's the boss man. Oh god. Okay, let's see how this conversation pans out. Measurehead is a powerful man. Oh, Measurehead. Oh, Measurehead. Right, okay. Oh, Measurehead. I dream about you all the time. Vest time. We should have come prepared with vest on, shouldn't we? We can always return. If it doesn't go well.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant side agrees. Nice to see you have a pet parrot. Size him up first. What do you mean, my body betrays my degeneracy? Not flipping out just yet. Just nice and mellow, nice and calm.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat. Al-Ghul? You seem to have your games mixed up. I'm sure that's a Witcher monster.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat.
Which means alcohol.
You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Kim? Does my breath smell that bad?
It's not good.
Remember to use a bit of mouthwash before I come and speak with you next time. I do apologise. It's like a rat crawled in your stomach, got drunk and drowned. Don't need you to chirp in as well, Perception. Look, I have a drink on the weekend. What can I say? I'm only human.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains.
And it's now... Well, now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've come around since this morning. I have all my faculties, and it is me speaking.
Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Look, I'm not here to get involved in all this situation. I just need help doing my job. That's why I'm here. Not here about race. I'm not here about ham sandwiches. None of that stuff. None of that stuff at all. Just need your assistance.
Begging for help.
I'm not begging.
Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
What the hell is he blabbering on about?
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Yeah, Mr. Head, you're so right.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
How long left until these run out? We're losing our patience. There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbour. Distraction technique? Bit of savoir-faire? This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative. Push him out of the way. Oh hell. Well, we're not going to push him. Yes, corpse from the tree. Yes, very good, very good. Summits and potato-obsessed things, and our race is going to crumble crashing down to the earth. Yes, very good. Very good indeed. Now, just need a bit of help getting a corpse down from a tree. That's all I'm here for. There's no need for melodramas. It's a long day. It's a long day. It's not even finished. It's not even halfway through the day. That's all I'm here for. Thinking to himself, just don't push any more of my buttons, please, because I'm losing my patience. This is your last chance.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminole Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum.
Boogie Street, are we off dancing?
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality called art, and your microcephalus colors.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive, remember? Communicate. Right, a formidable kick. Or subscribe to his advanced race theory. Right. If we were not under the influence of cigarettes, we kick him. But we're still that chilled out version. For now. And so we're going to try to tackle this man at his own game. With words. He's got quite a vocabulary for a big dumb man. Maybe not as dumb as he looks. Well, we'll see just how dumb he is. A double one! Go ahead, don't be shy. Ask for race secrets. I need some of that race stuff in my brain. Come on, more words. Hit me with some more words. Probably he'll end up hitting us with his fist. It's inane popular culture lingo. It is intellectually uninteresting to sock anything to an infant such as you. One of them tattoos, let's just sort of switch this up. What are the tattoos on your body out of interest? Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. He gestures towards the lorryman down the street. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt. True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself. Oh, the effects, oh god. You sure about yourself? You sure that I'm not craniometrically superior to you? Why do you say that? Why? You should just say nothing, surely. But physical instrument is taking over. You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation. Oh no, carry on, please. This is interesting stuff. It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sulas Clef and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi. That could be good. Doesn't think we're a cop. Has he just pulled a masterstroke out of Costeau somehow? Interesting. So one of my ancestors was Sir Laclef from the other Vesper? Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al Ghul. That is the only reason you are here. He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober. Oh, I thought we were getting places. Oh. We can either leave or we can kick him. Oh, dearie me. We can leave or we can kick him. Oh, we're still cigarette induced. I do want to kick him. I do want to kick him, but I don't think it makes sense at the minute to kick him. He's guarding a button. We haven't been attacked. We are not prepared.
We still need to get into the hall. We need help with the tree situation.
I know.
There must be another way.
The gaze wanders over the whirling roof to the yard. I know I've noticed that myself. Just chill out, Kim. Oh, we got 2 skill points. Oh. What was that check? Physical instrument, right? Was it physical instrument check? To kick him, I have to look back on the video. But we do have 2 points to put in, so we might want to put one as a physical instrument and then shove our tank top on and then kick him, maybe. By then our smoke will have worn off and we'll be getting itchy again. Measurehead's amazing! Yeah, love, Measurehead's amazing when he's sprawled out, clutching his knackers after we've given a good old kick in him, you know? Right, so, yeah, I think good old Costeau is not a rash man. Cigarette or no cigarette. Although some, well, to be fair, he does have a rashness about him when it comes to shooting corpses down from trees and actually hitting them in the chest, or punching children in the face. But when it comes to his own personal protection, picking a fight with a big skinhead of a man without preparation is suicide. So we'll return. Oh yes, we'll return. But not just yet. And we'll enjoy watching those stupid wenches' faces when their beloved Measurehead is rolling around in severe pain when superstar cop Costeau has just socked him one. Oh, a threat. Before we finish the session, we're going to make our way back to the hostel now to prepare ourselves for the showdown, and we're just going to see if we might find our gun in here. Is this the pawn shop or just a regular shop? Yellow roses, tulips, bit of a radio. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio. What's this? A tear machine. 1 bottle, 10 cents. What is this machine? The clerk looks up out of her magazine. Oh, that's a tear machine. Yes, I know that, thank you. I can read. But what is it? She knits her brow confused. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear boxes outside, like bottles, whatever. Put it in the machine, it gives you money. Machine for tear. Is that no? Oh, it's like a recyclable thing. You put things in here and you get money out. Oh, interesting. Now how do I pick up tear for the tear machine? You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we give them all out, so she shrugs awkwardly. Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Outside, she points somewhere. Okay, so we collect stuff in the bag and put it in the machine and it gives us money. That's what it seems to be saying. Oh, look at all this stuff. Knickknacks stand. Ooh. Packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. I want to buy a raincoat for 4. No, we don't. What's that? Points to the raincoat. What is what? The girl leans over the counter to see what you're referring to. It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real. She taps on the glass counter. The raincoats patiently await purchase. Nah, I don't think I want one. I mean, it's raining outside right now, but I'm not interested. What's this? Pharmaceutics. Filled with various medicines. Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Dramamine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. Oh, what do they all do? Who is St. Baptiste? You know. She nods slowly at the cabinet. The pharmaceuticals company? Oh, of course, yeah. St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals, the one that sells meds out of St. Baptiste. She points to the cabinet. That one there? Okay, love, okay. Get the picture. Can you tell me what these products do? Nosafed is a nasal spray. Dramamine is really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. And Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what it is, actually. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. Anything more specific? She chews her bubblegum absent-mindedly. No, sorry, I'm not like a doctor or anything. Nosafed heals, +1 health. Dramamine heals, +3 health. Magnesium heals, +1 morale. Hypnogamma heals, +... Thank you, tutorial agent. None of that, had you? What's that? Shimmering wall of vices. Cigarettes. Alcohol bottles. Fighting us closer. There! In that dark green glass. A world of ruby all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth. Wine, alcohol. Beer, alcohol. Love, alcohol. Ooh, say nothing. Just take it in. Drooling. Ah. The beauty, the truth, the poetry of it all. The clerk sees you eyeing the goods behind her. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, she comments. But I guess you already know that. Know this. You will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol. Please, tell me more about these products. Whoa! Commodore red wine, 5. Pale aged vodka, 30. Potent Pilsner beer, 3. Awesome cigarette. Where's the rum? We can only afford a beer, but we want alcohol so badly. The pale aged vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong. What's pale? You know, she shrugs, uninterested in explaining it further. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. Let's concentrate on what's important here. Okay, thank you, love. Sure. She tilts her head back at the shelf. So are you going to buy anything or... give me a bottle of beer. Ooh, it's a waste of money. It's not a waste. It's not a waste of Costeau. Not a waste of Costeau, my friends. Oh, +1 to physique as well. Maybe I can a bit of Dutch courage before we kick him in knackers. Oh, perfect. Right, give me a bottle of Pilsner. Here you go, mister. Thank you very much. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices, out of interest? No. She fixes her hair underneath her cap. Freet only sells legal drugs, like the law says. Good answer. Just testing you. Right, thank you. Okay, so we've got ourselves a bit of Dutch courage. Dutch courage. Tank top. We're gonna be... it's game over. Measure head. Gone. We'll show you Algol, pal. The effects of Algol. Oh, we'll show you about that, my friend. Up front and personal. Oh, yes. And that shall be the first thing we do in the next session. We shall be strolling up tank top and pissed, ready to take it to Measurehead. But we're still making our way back to the whirling in rags, so bear with us. Hello, Hauler, welcome.
Welcome to Revachol.
Racist lorry driver. I really don't wish to speak with him. It's addressed at Kim. Oh. Oh, don't worry. We can prepare. We can prepare ourselves. Pop a headache pill in preparation for the after effects, just in case we got a clonk on the bonks. Do we wish to engage in this conversation? Oh, I hate this kind of stuff in games. Never mind. Let's keep moving. I don't wish to engage. Oh, a bin. Oh, some magnesium. Jump Jams, a popular music mag. Ooh, a glossy magazine. Most able-bodied men. Oh no, they're much hunkier than you. Yes, we'll leave the fat rotund lorry driver to his musings. We shall make our way back to the whirling in rags. It's now 2:15. So what we're going to do is we're going to end the session here, but at the start of the next one, my friends, we're in for a hell of a ride, because what we're going to do is we're going to pop some pills, says the police officer here in his mind. I'm going to pop some pills whilst on duty. I'm going to then drink some alcohol. Hey, another guy. And then we're going to put on our tank top and get right into the role. Bit of role play here for old Costeau. We're going to stumble out in a drunken stupor and confront... what's he called again? I've forgotten his name now already. Summit Head. Meathead. Dumb guy. And we're going to have a bit of a fisticuffs with him. See how far that gets us. Right, who's this? Before we finish the session. It's all about money, you know. Where did you roll in from? You gotta spend to accumulate. Spend a little to make a little, as the saying goes. Measure head. Yeah, we're gonna measure his head, alright. Right, okay, so there you go, folks. I think that we'll call a close to the session here. And I'm looking forward to the next one, for we are now out of cigarettes, After Effects. So, Costeau's gonna be cranky. So, yeah, hopefully you'll join me for that. It'll be a regular session, of course. So, yes. Any updates on RimWorld? Not yet. I haven't had a chance today. I haven't had a chance to look at anything to do with RimWorld today. So, over the course of the next few days, I shall have a closer look. But obviously, it needs to happen sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'll keep you posted on that one. It may be next week. It's one of those games. It's like Dwarf Fortress, I think, isn't it? It's very similar. And before I started playing Dwarf Fortress, it took me a good 2 weeks to do enough reading and practicing and preparing to be able to be in a position to actually start the playthrough that I did. Rather than, it's a kind of game that I'm not happy going into completely blind. So I'd like to have a bit of practice first and do a little bit of maybe some tutorial reading and stuff. Which is fine for those type of games because you can't really spoil it. It's just a sandbox, isn't it? So there's no story to it really. So I don't mind doing it for those kind of games. Yeah. So I need to do what I did with Dwarf Fortress, which is essentially read a few guys, watch a few YouTube videos, have a play myself, and then I'll be in a position to play it. But of course that's going to take time, given that I'm doing other things in between. So I might have to just fill in with a couple of other streams, or even stop streaming for a couple of weeks just to give me a bit of time to get that done. It might not take as long as Dwarf Fortress. It depends what there is to the game. But yeah, I'll need to do some reading. But yeah, as soon as I'm ready to go, that is gonna be the next stream. I've decided. So it will be starting. It's just a matter of when and not if. So there we go. Anyway, so we're gonna save this. We're gonna save old Disco Elysium. What a session! I really enjoyed this one. Particularly, how do you rename this one? Can we rename? How do you rename? There you go. LP 3. Boom. Yes, so there you go. If ever I don't know what's going to happen in the rest of the game. I'm sure other good things will happen, but this will be the conversation with the radio will be a lasting memory for some time. I will admit that was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But right, I think that's it. We're done and dusted. So next stream, I'll keep you posted. I don't know when it'll be. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of this and CK2. Enjoy your weeks, people. And see you when I see you.